Hi everyone, my name is Riley and I am a senior account executive here at Mixmax. Welcome to another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Spammy, where we dissect outbound emails that our team receives and offer advice for your outbound prospecting. We're starting with an email here that we received. The subject line is kind of the first place that missed the mark. There was no subject line. We're not sure if that's intentional in order to increase open rates. I do think that would potentially make me open an email, but overall just looks unprofessional. So I'm not sure I would actually care what the email had to say. The observation is good, it's okay, but at the end of the day, they could have just used a variable with company name and they didn't actually have to do any research into the job listings that we actually have open. So that would have been a nice added touch. And I think the assumption here that we're looking for a new way to welcome team members maybe could have just been like a question, less than, just assuming. And then there's value added, elevating the workspace and improving concentration. Obviously, everyone loves that. So that is one good line here in this email. And then it just gets a little long in terms of what they're mentioning. So they mention the type of plant and kind of bringing it back to Mixmax, which is good, but maybe just doesn't make like a ton of sense. And then we have, an okay CTA here. So we made a few changes by changing the subject line to something that, looks internal, but it still would add more opens, but doesn't look unprofessional, like no subject line. And then we mentioned an actual role that we're hiring. So that shows that they actually did research and looked into our company. And then we mentioned some pain. So everybody's gotten welcome gifts that they don't necessarily want, or maybe it's just junk, whereas a plant might be something that everyone likes or enjoys and it's actually helpful. And then we added a thought-provoking CTA and some value in bullet points because we know that everyone's attention span is very low when it comes to outbound email. So having bullet points can easily get your point across. And then we had a unique CTA that asks if we could respond with some plant suggestions, and that's just a little bit more interesting. And then we added a poll, which is unique to Mixmax. So this is a really easy way to drive engagement and it looks nice and branded. They could put their logo and it's just a really easy way to get a response. And then they could easily continue the conversation from there. That's all for today. Thanks.